Hi guys, how are you doing today? Hmm, it's uh it's an interesting day in SkitLanta. That's all I can say. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Okay, so before we get started, let's see here. I have this word for us today. All right, so it says here, stand firm in the path set before you, eat the wisdom within your soul, turn away from shadows that dim your light. Isn't that a beautiful thought for today? All right, welcome in everyone. So we will um welcome, welcome, welcome. I put these two on the screen because honestly, I didn't know what to name this segment. So we're gonna do a recap. So maybe I'll change it and say we're recapping a lot of stuff that went down for the week. Today's Saturday, you know what I mean? And we can finish up with the shenanigans. If the shenanigans is fine, that's fine. Let's see when Charmaine comes on what she says. All right, my lovely. So it's an interesting day. It was a few days, it was a little bit off the wall, right? All right, so these two. I love to see the smile on their faces. As you can see, I just love love. You know what I mean? I just love love. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm loving this for Lauren. But let's see, maybe I am just jumping the gun too soon. You know what I mean? Do you think Sharon Review is jumping the gun too soon for these two? Oh boy. Hi dear Chance, how you doing? Yes, I have some shorts from the highlight of the video we did this morning, so I just take them out of private and put them up for you guys to take a look at. Yes, so hi there. I am just loving it. I'm just loving it. Then we have Amber in the mix today. They have to throw Amber in today. Then we have what you call it there. Then we also have Lauren. Then now they throw Ernestine. The chicken disappear from the coop. Do you guys think Trey actually let the chickens out so he could get back into Ernestine good grace? Oh, the chicken flew the coop. Oh my. Or is it Miss Johnson come up to Ernestine place and let out the chicken so she and Trey can go and catch them together? Oh my, that is good. And then we have to jump on before, let me just put myself, but I just love this picture of these two. I love the picture of those two. So let me just come back in the center here. All right, guys. So let's jump into um a skit. So we're reviewing the Country Wayne skit here. Brooke and her dad. It look like me too much salt me swell up. All right, guess I have to cut that out now. Okay. So Suzette, can you believe I am so ready for Shara to talk to Brooke? Larry can't snatch her up, but Shara can. She needs snatching. Oh, yes, darling, she does. That is why I said I need to speak on this because this is unacceptable behavior from Brooke. She went and called her mom and told her mom lies and the dad, you know what I mean, that she's turning body as his PTSD, and that is why he's acting out, ask her back for. She's lying through her teeth. Oh my goodness. Do you guys believe Shara will be able to get the truth out of her? She don't even know that her daughter was sexually active, but now you think she's gonna have a clue that the little one is lying. Will Shara be able to help Brooke? Do you guys think that? Will Shara be able to help Brooke this time. All right. So we're gonna poll that, something for you guys to sink your teeth in. Think about that question. She hasn't been able to reach her all this time, so I want to know if she'll be able to do that today. You know what I mean? Will she able to do that today? I don't know. Anything is possible, right? All right. So let's see. All me know me look extremely huge today. I do not know why. I'm trying to get the computer from out of my face like I'm just droning it. All right, so Angela says here, life lesson will teach Brooke the hard way. Yes. She thinks that because she's 18, it's her behavior is acceptable. That is not an acceptable behavior from Brooke. You understand? No, you can't be gaslighting your dad and then you're going to call your mom and tell your mom lies. So I hope they realize that she's lying about everything, you know? And Susan, that's why I want her to bring him LOL. To bring who? Okay, let me just go back up because it looked like I'm missing information. So welcome in Era. Era was the first one in. Amber is about to make another mistake. Thank you, Era Suzette. Hi there, Suzette. Welcome in. Yes, she is. Era Suzette says, hi, Sharon. Hi, Suzette. Welcome in. Angela C. got a good blessing afternoon, Sharon. Underscore Rico review and everyone. Thank you, baby girl. And Dion says, welcome in. Hi, how are you, darling? And Annette will be coming to her dad's funeral for next month. Yes. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Chance. Welcome in. Jeff says, Brooke's storyline is better than the Wayne storyline today. Very, oh my God, that girl. Yes, it was. It was an interesting day today. And Susan says, agree, Jeff. Ever seen with Amber were boring. Oh God. Susan, be nice. Guys. Oh Lord, I have to put that up. Oh my goodness. Oh, she said it was boring. Oh my goodness. Suzette, in what way was Amber's story thing was boring today? Let's speak on that. All right, so let me just put that there. Do you believe Amber story? So you think Amber was boring today? Okay. All right, so we're gonna pull that and see what happens there. All right, so let's come back around here. So Angela says, please hit the like button, everyone. Thanks. Oof. I'm so ready for Sharon to talk to Brooke. Larry can't snatch her up. I know it. Oh my goodness, why can't snatch her up? He's saying the same thing like what a mother would say. I bring you into this world, I can take you out. Oh my goodness. Mother says that a lot, I find. Oh my goodness. But you know, they don't really means that. Angela says to Jeff, Brooke is being very disrespectful, throwing her dad's keys on the ground. Yes, Angela. That really ticked me off. And I says, my goodness, she is so lucky that Larry is her dad. Because anyhow, I was her mom. Baby, she'd have to pick that up. And if that was my dad, oh God, me couldn't me have to think it in my head, but me couldn't do that. And if I do that, me better pick it up. And after me pick it up, I won't have any finger leaves. I won't be able to open my fingers. And I will see that car, guys, and can't touch it. But I'm happy that he told her it's a privilege. I got you that car, and it is my car. It belongs to me. I pay that insurance. You know what I mean? And he's right. I would let she take the bus to university. Mm-hmm. I'll let her take the bus. Yeah, seriously. She'll see it and wish she could have touched it and she can't touch it. She can't even, she can't look at it, but she can't go near it. She lucky. Don't know if frightened. All right, so Suzette says, no, I don't think Trey. Oh, we didn't say that unalive the chicken, Suzette. Come on now. We says, did he let the chicken out after Kubo? So he could get back into Ernestine house. Yes. Okay, so the chicken are unalive, Suzette? What if Shara bring her side dude? That would really put a damper in Larry's talking about he wants to divorce Bethany. He'd have to stay with Bethany now. For sure. Yeah. Jeff, she won't. She knows Larry will go ballistic. Yes. I hope she doesn't think clearly and bring him over, ease with her, and oh, that would be something. That would be an interesting skit if that happened. I will be looking forward for something like that for real. Life lesson will teach Brooke the hard way. I know. So true, Angela. Jeff says, Susan, that's why I want her to bring him LOL. Exactly. I want him. Suzette, you're absolute. I want that guy to come, her ex to come. I don't even know his name. I know Jeff, but that will take away from Brooke. That makes sense, but me still don't want him come. That would be an interesting twist. So Margaret says, no, they are seeing the real Brooke, selfish, spoiled, and manipulative. Exactly. Well said, dear Margaret. I love that. Brooke is manipulating, lying. She's a liar. Selfish, spoiled. Yes, just like her stepmother. Hi there, Suzette P. Welcome in. Hi there, Del Marie. Welcome in. How are you guys doing? Please hit the like button as you come on in. All right, Suzette John Eros says, since Amber started messing with Dave, she has lost her sense of reasoning. Calling Dave's sister was so uncalled for. Amber and Anthony needs help. Well, let me see. Guys, let me ask the chat family. Do you agree with this statement from Era? Why she shouldn't call Dave's sister? Because me sure now says Anthony, if Anthony wants, he can call anybody in Denisha family and they'll answer the phone gladly. Everybody in Denisha family likes Anthony. You know why they like Anthony? They don't care if he's rich or not, or they don't care if he's married. They're happy that he is rich. So of course they will take the call, and of course they're going to love him regardless he's married or not. You see how different it is when you have and when you don't have. A poor family more quicker to accept the slackness. But with Charity parents and Dave's sister, they are a pastor children, they're pastors. So of course you're not gonna get the same thing. Fornication, when you're a Christian, a lot of people do not accept those things. Charity does not know Amber. She doesn't know that she's a sweetheart, but she only thinks she knows about her. And that only says, oh, that is her character. That's all she is. She is married and she's seen my brother, and I don't want nothing to do with her. Plus, she is a pastor's kid too. So that even worse for Charity. Because they says when you know better, you should do better at the end of the day, right? Yeah, so let's see what you guys are saying here. And Eros says here, Suzette says, that's what happened when you willfully disobey God. The devil makes a fool out of you. Exactly, Suzette. So true. So true. Yep. You are absolutely right, Suzette. Mm. And that is what they're showing us says, although you're a Christian, you will fall, but eventually you will get it right at the end of the day. That's the moral of the story. So we're going to see how they will bring the Amber character back, or they're going to let you continue be the villain. Okay. Okay, so Suzette says, I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm tired of seeing Amber act like a silly woman. Exactly. Remember, Suzette, I says the same thing too. I am tired of her being ridiculous. Seriously, I'm tired of it. But at the end of the day, we are going to see it. We're going to speak on it. And if we don't want to see it, we'll watch something else at the end of the day. That's all you do it. But I have to review it. So I will have to watch it and just give you my 2 cents, put my 2 cents in and say this is that and try to pick out the nuggets in what they're showing us, right? Yeah, so we can do that together. Del Marie says here, Amber was being respectful to invite Dave's mom and sister. Yes, I think Amber should invite the mom now. I'm dying to see what the mom says. And you know, I have to touch on this little thing here with Amber and the daughter. So Amber and the daughter, welcome in Del Marie, welcome in Alani, welcome in Dion. Okay. Dion says, Sharon, do you think Amber is going to use money from the joint account for Dave's daughter's flight? Yep. Yes, she's gonna use that money. She's still legally married to him, so she still have access to that money. She's using it. Anthony's using it for Denisha. So, yep, she's gonna use it. Amber and Dave celebrating on his actual birthday. Why is private? It's just the two of them. The dinner is the day after the birthday. Yeah, we are aware of that. Okay, so now I know a lot of people is gonna skip over the fact that Amber did something that she shouldn't have, and she tell the child that it was the daughter that it was okay. She herself know it's not right. The daughter asked her, and I don't see nobody put it in the chat. Susan, you have the link, so if you want to come, you can come up. Leave you in the chat. The link is in your email. You can come up if you guys choose to do so. All right. So now, I noticed that look on her face, and she know it was wrong. You notice anytime she knows something is wrong, you can see that look. It is going to be an issue. That was a nugget. The daughter says, can I bring my boyfriend? I don't see nobody in the chat mention that in the chat. But I said I have to touch on it because I know there is a lot of things that people will just skid over and do not, and they will not address it. But I will address it. Right? I don't know if Riri dressed. I know Riri was on, but I was out on the road doing my little thing. Come back and sit in the car for a bit and do some live there. So I don't know. But I know a lot of people will not address the look on Amber face. I saw it and I said, bad move. Because the dad feel away the last time. And this is his dinner. And she asks Amber, will you take the brunt of this for me when my father, because she know her dad gonna feel away. Her dad is gonna be upset. And she asks Amber to take that and she says, yes, she will. Yes. I'm not gonna do something that I know is wrong. But then again, Amber is doing a lot of things that is wrong. And a lot of people is not calling that out. Hi dear Suzette, how are you? Welcome in.
Yeah, I was trying to get my cell phone on mute so I won't interfere, and so that's why it took a little bit longer.
Okay, so how do you feel about that? Did you saw that look on her face?
Yeah, she's gonna get herself in trouble again.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Davis told her, she admitted, Dave told her he just wants it a private, just between the two of them. So she's discounting that because it's what Amber wants.
Mm-hmm.
Another being selfish. Um, but it's going to backfire because he does not like this young man for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because he feels the young man is having negative influence on his daughter, because basically when she came in town she went to see him first instead of her dad, so he feels offended that happened. So Amber is just doing the Amber thing right now, and she wants to celebrate Dave, and but the thing with the mom and the mother and the sister, okay, I know
Mhm.
it's a lot of people are wondering, okay, what's the big deal? She was being respectful, it's his family. However, she clearly knows from her last visit, the visit in California,
Mhm.
what the mom thinks when she found out she was married. She basically said, "My son, you're making my son a robber and a thief because
Yes.
he's having an affair with you in the open. He's having an affair with you. You're still married, no matter what you say. You're still married, and you're with my son, and I don't
Mhm.
like that." And then you have the sister, basically the same thing. That's the
Yeah.
exception. Now, notice that the mom, before she found out Amber was married, she
Mhm.
liked her personality. So it's not like, just like her sister has said, his sister has said, she's a sweet girl.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
sweet. But the fact that she is leading their son, or they feel leading, him astray, and it's against their principles. It's
Yeah.
against what they believe in. And I think that's what some people don't understand. They're saying, "Oh, it's the family. It's his family. They should get with the program or whatever." No, if you're with her mom and dad, with her mom and sister, they firmly believe what the word says about this relationship. They're not going to enter into it. Now, not saying that they won't visit Dave while Amber is not there or whatever, but they're not going to partake in that. That's just like if I go to a friend's house and I know that she's openly with someone else's husband, I'm not
Yeah.
going to that house. I am not going to that house because that means that you condone it and you're in it. I don't care if it is your relative. That's what that means. But Amber's not seeing it that way. It's like she's totally forgotten everything because she's in a, like you said, she's in the flesh. She's in a selfish mode right now. She's not listening to godly advice. She's spouting scriptures. As you notice, she's been spouting these
Yeah.
scriptures. But as Wayne has told her, you're a hypocrite because you're not living by those scriptures. You're calling me a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite too. So that finger that she's pointing at Wayne, she needs to point at herself. So that's why whatever she's doing is not going to prosper. I don't care. It's not. If Wayne is writing this about what happened, he has already told her you're going to have repercussions, or this stuff's going to happen because you're out of order.
Mhm.
And the reason why I know there was a question, why didn't he say that to Anthony? Because you know what, Anthony's not spouting to be. He's not claiming to be a man of God, that he knows the Lord. And
Mhm.
Amber does, and just like Amber told told Anthony, you know, it begins at the house. It begins with those who are in Christ, and it's
Mhm.
beginning with her. Even though she was pointing her finger at Anthony, all this stuff is gonna
Yeah.
backfire on her. And that's why I said what I said. That was very disrespectful for her to even call them and tell and ask them. She knows how they feel. Come on now, that's being selfish. You know how these people feel. What did you think they just forgot? And if that's the case, why did you have to quickly leave California? You wanted to hurry up and get out of there. Okay, so is she having selective memory loss or something? Where
Mhm.
she thinks that she's so full of herself that that was that happened, and so they should be okay. It's their son. It's their brother. Now, if they do come at the writers right that they come, I would be very surprised. But I think Wayne is trying to bring a message, and I don't think that her people that they will come. But the daughter, I asked earlier, and I don't know if anyone was able to answer it for
Hi,
me.
Shaman.
Does the daughter even know that Amber is married?
I don't think so.
And the daughter really, yeah, she likes Amber, but she has an ally now with her boyfriend, or
Mhm.
she believes an ally with her boyfriend. So that's going to cause problems with between Amber and Dave as well. because getting in his business with his daughter.
Mm.
That's just my take on it. And the reason why I said it was boring, because to me, my humble opinion, it was a little
Mhm.
boring. With Amber talking with Charity, and then this girl, she was all emotional with what the girl said about. Yeah, of course the girl's gonna say nice things. So that's just my take on it, because she stood up for her and her boyfriend the last time they were there. So now she thinks Amber is hey,
It's cool.
I got an ally, with my dad. I got an ally. So that's just my humble opinion.
Thank
What
you.
you
Hi, dear Charmaine. How are you?
Hi, Shaman.
Hi, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Well, I'm not fine, but I'm just hanging in there. My situation is back. Anyway, I took some painkillers, so right now I'm a little bit woozy in terms of maybe falling asleep on you guys. So if you hear snoring, that's me.
And she will do that, trust me.
So we'll know
She'll
what
do
that
that for
noise
real.
is.
If you hear a little bit of
She does that to
snoring,
me a lot.
if you hear a little bit of snoring, that is me. I am gone, Betty. Bye bye. However,
Okay.
I was listening to Suzette, and some of the stuff you're saying regarding Amber, I agree. But Anthony is also saying that he's a man of God. When Anthony was out in Louisville, he
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
told them that he's a man of God,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not doing God's work.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And he has been telling other people that he's a man of God, but he is not doing God's work. So if we are going to say, yes, Amber knows more about God, because remember, Amber was a pastor's kid, Amber was brought up in a church. Anthony was, maybe, I don't know his background regarding his mother and his father, if they were like believers. Because if you think about Amber's aunt Brenda, she is a woman of God. She will tell you about God every day and every night, every
Mm-hmm.
minute of every day, if you allows her to do it. But I'm still not going to say Anthony does not know. Anthony prays more than one time. I hear him praying, and he said he's a man of God. So
Mm-hmm.
he's still doing. And I understand that sin is a sin, and whatever Amber is doing, Anthony is doing the same thing. So
Mm-hmm.
they are equal sinners. And until you come to God for repentance, until you come to God with a repentive heart, and mean it and show change behavior, because it doesn't matter, you
Mm-hmm.
repent and continue to do what you're doing. Anthony was going to church one at a time. Remember when
Mm-hmm.
Amber and Anthony was going to Pastor Chris church, and they were example, he called them up to say this is an example of a married loving couple and all that. So Anthony
Mm-hmm.
knows about God. He's just not living the godly life.
Right.
Amber was, and because of the flesh, or however you want to put it, she has backslidden, which I am guilty of myself. I've been to
Mm-hmm.
Christ and asked for forgiveness so many times, and walking with in the word and doing all that, and then I find myself back in the world. Because to be honest, there's always something in the world that is calling you. Because you know something, when you're walking with God, that's the time you get the most temptation. When you're walking with God, when you're walking with the word, that's the time when the devil tempts you. It doesn't tempt you when
Mm-hmm.
you're not walking with God. And maybe that is why we're so hard on Amber, because she was walking with God and she was
Yeah.
tempted. Anthony was not walking with God, so Anthony does not is not really tempted and tried and tested. And people would say Amber has received her karma. Yes, she has received karma, and it's not, I would not even call it karma, because there's also good karma.
No.
If you look at what karma means, it also, what you reap, you sow. And if you sow good, you reap good. So
Mm-hmm.
when people said that person is going to receive their karma, they need to understand exactly what they're saying, because there's also good karma. If you sow good, trust me, good will come back to you. Sometimes it does not come back to you, it comes back to your children and your children children. because of the good seed that you sow. And if you sow bad seed, you will reap bad seed, and it will also come back to your, that bad seed will also manifest in your children.
Mm-hmm.
So karma can go either way. But and I don't see what the bad that Amber has done, that people is always saying, oh, Amber, they said, yeah, she has done her dirt, and like all of us, we done our dirt, but she is like, she has been suffering over and over and over
Mm-hmm.
Right.
again. And
She.
I think why that is happening is because she knows the step that she's supposed to be doing. She knows the correct thing that she's supposed to be
Uh-oh.
doing and is not
Sorry.
doing it. And she's professing that
Right.
you know, you get up every day, you pray, you thank God, you are living the life outside and you're showing the
Mm-hmm.
outer you, but your heart is filthy. And sometimes that is why you are being chastised, because God know that you are not living the way you're supposed to live,
Yeah.
although you
Right.
know how to live the way you're supposed to live.
Right.
But at the end of the day, Amber calling Charity, there's nothing wrong with that. That's her brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I would call her too, regardless of what she feels about me. I would want her to be there to celebrate her brother's birthday, regardless. It's she's not going to come for me. It's not she's not coming for Amber. She's going to come
If
for her
that,
brother. And if she
right.
loves her brother, she can come. She can set Amber aside. She don't even have to talk to Amber if she comes. She
Exactly.
can come, she celebrate her brother. I mean, her brother would be happy to know that his
Mm.
family is there. His family came to celebrate his birthday or whatever. They
Get.
don't even have to talk to Amber because it's not about
Mm-hmm.
Amber. This birthday, Dave did not call them and says, "Oh, this is Amber's birthday, and I'm putting on something for Amber. So can you come?" No, it's the other way around, and that's their brother. So they don't even have to come and accept Amber for anything. They don't even have to say hi to Amber. They can come and they can celebrate Dave's birthday, and then they leave and go back to where they're going back to. So Charity is doing too much.
Yeah.
And I just have a feeling that she's going to turn up with that girl, Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
And regarding Dave's daughter, remember Dave's daughter is young. Dave's daughter is a younger generation, and things that we as older generation would not accept, younger generation, it doesn't even phase them. They will accept it readily. Oh, so she's married, no problem. Daddy love her. I'm not going to even stand on that because there are this it's a different time. Things
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
bother
Yeah,
me and
but
you back then, we were talking about a lot of people way back then in our age group or older was always hitting out about Rasta. I remember people, my mama in Jamaica.
mm-hmm.
If my mother see my son because he has locks, oh my God, that would be such a huge problem for my mother. Just the fact that my son has locks because it's a hairstyle and that's what he's doing, but they did not classify it back then as hairstyle. They call them, oh, dirty dreadlocks, dirty head boy. Look upon him, dirty head. Him have
We
this
never know
dirty
that,
head,
Charmaine.
smelly, all of that. No, trust me. Bob Marley were not able to go into certain hotels back then. And if you want to
Mm-hmm.
research it, because they used to say because of his dreadlocks, he was unkept.
Mm-hmm.
They used to call him all sort of name. And I'm telling you, these nowadays generation, they don't care about all that thing. Most people having locks. Most people, young people now having locks. Back then, I can tell you because I've lived it. My mother, God rest her soul, she would be like Omar. My son could not go in her house with his hairstyle.
What?
He could not be anywhere near her with dreadlocks because
Seriously?
that was their belief that once you have dreadlocks, you were worthless. You were like some people were say a dirty head and all of that. They were looked down on. If you want, you can ask O'Neill. Back way back then, I'm talking about in maybe in the 60s and the 70s, people with dreadlocks were looked down on because they were not the people that a mother would want their daughter to be around to talk to her. A man with dreads could not come to a mother house and ask them, "Can I take your daughter out?" Hell no, because they were looked down on. So I'm just telling you, nowadays, things that bother people back then, it's nothing nowadays. So
Mhm.
maybe if she even find out that Amber is still married, it will not be a big deal
Well,
to her.
it probably won't be a big deal for her. Like you said, she's younger. But let me just clarify something, because I don't want to come across as preachy or anything like that. Amber has claimed that she has a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. She has said it, and thank God, the actress too. Definitely, she's a believer. So there's a difference between I'm a man of God, I pray, but you don't have a personal relationship, and that's the problem with Anthony. And that's what her dad was saying. Don't allow Anthony to become like Anthony, the opposite of God. You turn it backwards is dog. Don't do that. It is recognized that Anthony, anyone can say I'm a man of God, I pray or whatever, but if you listen to his prayers, they're all twisted. Okay, he's believing that God sent him Denisha, which is not correct. And in a way, Dave and Amber and Amber knows better. She believing that God sent him her, which is incorrect. So that's what I'm talking about, her being more accountable, because she has said she has a personal relationship with God. When she forgave Shayla, she said she was at the door and she was walking back, and the Holy Spirit told her to go back and gave her the words to say to Shayla, which means that Amber is listening to the Holy Spirit. He's giving her the words to say. Right now, she's not listening because she's in her flesh and she's delusional right now in this relationship. My thing is, how his family feels, his mom and she should call his mom. She'll probably get the same answer. And sister feel they're very adamant about that. They're not going to go to a dinner, whether it's for their son or for their um brother, and she's the one giving the dinner, because she symbols this is the woman our son is with, and she is a married woman, and they are in an adulterous relationship. They're not going to partake in that. That's all I'm saying. Whether that's, and the writers may do it differently because it's skit land. They're not going by real life, not really. So they'll probably change it a little bit because they want the drama. But I can see where her people are coming from. Just like I said, if I have a best friend that's in an adulterous relationship, she's living with a man, I'm not going over their house. I'm not going to dinner with them, because I am not going to be partaking in that sin that they're dealing in. That's just me. And that is where Charity and her mom are coming from. I mean, just like I said, before they found out she was married, they thought she was a sweet girl and everything, but then they see by her actions, and she has been thoroughly warned by the mom, and she totally discounted what the mother said, and she knows better. She knows better, but that's just I know I'm getting too. I'm just saying it's real life. It's a life lesson, and I think that's what Wayne is trying to do, is their life lessons and what is currently going on.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah,
All right, so thank you, dear, to Charmaine.
yeah,
So
it's very good, Charmaine.
you guys did very well there. So I am polling. Do you think Wayne actually meant what he said to Tamara?
I think he meant what he said to Tamara, because I think Wayne will there people love to their remember I told Anthony that people can love to their capacity. And I think and people can love more than one person. And as Tamara tell him that I loved you the way I could. And maybe that's the way Wayne loved her as well. But I think there will always be a special place in her heart for Wayne, as she said, and the same thing with Wayne. And there was one time when Wayne said, "Oh, you took accountability." Right now, the cooking does not even matter because of the fact that you took accountability for what you did. But I don't think Wayne even realized that Tamara was learning to cook.
She did
vegan
not tell
meal
him
at one
no.
point. So maybe if he learns that, maybe something different will happen. I'm just saying.
I think so too. I think that will definitely happen. Okay, so that is really good. So with Charity, so we'll go back to Charity and Amber and the mom. I think Amber should call the mom. I'd love to hear what the mom say. If she will say the same thing as Charity says, I'm not coming. Right? I'd love to see. I'd love to hear what the pastor said. Maybe she will surprise us and go because it's her son's birthday. So let's see if she does. And then Amber, how do you feel about Amber agreeing with the daughter to let the boyfriend come when the daughter asks her she can bring the boyfriend? You can see that she's know that it's gonna be an issue with Dave because I don't think Dave ate the boy. He
No.
hasn't seen his daughter in a long time, and when she came to look for him, she went to the boy.
Mm-hmm.
He'll rather she come to see him first. So now is his birthday. The daughter know that daddy's gonna have an issue with it, but she is happy that Amber is allowing the boy to come, the young man to come, and then if anything goes left, Amber is to take the blame for that. How do you feel about that situation, Charmaine?
Okay, so parents have to let their kids live their own life. And us parents sometimes we do things because of, yeah, we want our kids to, we want the best for our kids at all times. But in saying so, we also have to allow our kids to be their own person. And I understand what Dave was saying, but also he has to allow what's her name, his daughter, to be herself, to live her life. And yes, she chose to go to the boyfriend before she came to him. So what? It's her boyfriend. And soon and very soon it might be her husband. So what is he
Yeah,
going to say? If they got get married now, is he going to stop her from going be with him wholeheartedly? Or is it just because he's a boyfriend? Sometimes we have to pick the battles that we fight because we will end up winning the battle, but we will lose the war. How would he feel if
Mm-hmm.
because of his resentment to this boy, the daughter does not want to talk to him or does not want to come and see him? How will he feel? Because there are a lot of parents who cause their children to not even want to be where they are because of their partners, regardless if it's a boyfriend or a husband. And I can remember a long time ago, somebody asked me, if my son was gay, would I love him the same way? And I said, I would have mad love for my son. That's his choice. And I'm not going to let his lifestyle or his choice of living cause me to love him any less. And I think that a lot of parents cause their kids to not want to be where they are, cause their kids not want to talk to them because they are controlling and want to always tell the kids what they can do and what they cannot do in their own personal life. This girl is not even 17 or 18. This is a 20 something year old girl. So I don't know why you'd be against who she talks to.
yeah,
Think about it. His mom told him about Amber, and they're against who he's talking to. They are against him being with this married woman. And what did he tell them? He's in love with her.
yeah,
And none of them can stop him from doing what he's doing with her. So,
exactly.
but why is he want to dictate to his daughter? So
Mm-hmm.
that is the
Yeah, that's a
heights of
good one,
hypocrisy.
Charmaine. That's a good
That's
one.
hypocrisy because if nobody
Yeah,
can tell him he's with this married woman, which you can point out that he is, as his mother said, he's a cheater, he's a thief, and
Robert.
it's against God, it's against
mm-hmm.
God and all that, but yet he's still steadfast in that relationship and
Yep,
says, nobody can get me. I love this woman and this is what I'm going to do. Yet he wants to dictate the daughter life, who the
Mm-hmm.
daughter can talk to and who the daughter cannot talk. He's upset because the daughter went to see her boyfriend before coming to him. That does not make sense. Make that make sense. That is what you call hypocrisy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is hypocrisy. And I just realized too, her daughter. I mean, she's not a teenager. She's 25, almost going on 5 years from 30. So, so why does he feel, that he needs to control or have some say in who she dates? You're right. She's not. She's not a teenager. She's not 18 like Brooke with the 18. She's a fully grown woman.
Yes.
So, what I want to see. This is what I want to see. Who was her mama? That's what I want to know. Who is the mama?
Okay.
That will be interesting. Who is this girl's mama?
That definitely would be. Let
And
me
was
take
he
some
married
comments.
before or what? I don't know.
Yeah, let me read some comments here. All right. So Dion says, Dave chose to be with Amber knowing she married, so he needs to let his daughter do her thing because she's 25, not a child. Oh, the child is 25?
Yeah.
Really? That is so
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
I thought she was 15 or 17 or
Mhm.
18. Maybe
Mhm.
18. Yeah, 18. That mean I can't tell age. In my opinion, I don't think the daughter will care. Amber is married. She's 25 years old, so their mindset is different. True. That's what Sharon was
Yeah.
saying. Michelle says, yeah, nowadays generation, no, but Maria, trust me, nowadays generation, some of them, especially they're in the church, they're gonna feel away because I know all my children, they don't stand for nonsense. They will talk to you about that they will say, no, 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 that person, no, mommy, even if I will talk to no, that's no, mommy.
Yeah, but Sharon,
But no, some of the kids, them Charmaine, will care, and some will say, no, I don't like
all
that
right. I'm
idea.
going to give you a situation. So any of your kids have a boyfriend, because
No,
if they are in church, they don't believe in having a boyfriend
no, might
before
not have
marriage.
any.
That's the difference. Dave daughter have a boyfriend.
Yeah,
Remember that she has a boyfriend. So
yeah.
she is living her best life with her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she would want her dad not to be happy, and especially if she sees that Amber makes him happy.
Yeah,
And that is a thing. I mean, what they're doing is wrong, but
yeah.
at the end of the day,
She
sometimes people
makes him
will
happy.
overlook all of that because the person makes them happy.
Exactly. Well said here, Charmaine. So now, Michelle said here, good evening, Sharon, Suzette, Charmaine, and chat. What did I miss?
Yes.
We're just recapping what's happening today. So you will catch up sooner than later. Trust me, girl child.
Mhm.
We're getting there. Oh, so Rhonda says Anthony has a strange understanding of God's words and living God's word.
Mhm.
Okay.
He
And then
does.
thank you for that, Rhonda. Maria says these are pastor in the pulpit. That's it. Oh, they are pastor in the. Oh yes, oh yes. But they're preaching. They will tell us how bad we are or what we're doing. They'll preach to us, and they're doing the opposite. Oh yes, I know that. Oh yes, I dear Tina. Welcome in. I Delmarie Dutch. Delmarie Charmaine, you said Amber was walking with God. Yet some people said she was pretending. They are just hypocrite. Really? I not hear
No, she
nobody says
isn't.
nothing like that about Amber. Mm.
No, that's not. She
Nobody
isn't
says,
pretending.
in my opinion, I haven't seen nobody says that she was pretending. We're talking about the hypocrisy of what she's doing. Like for instance, Del Marie is the fact that Amber will tell, like she will preach the word of God to Tamara, to Daniel, but she's not applying the same thing to
Mhm.
herself. So that's how
Right.
people call her a hypocrite, but not pretending. They just say she's not applying it to herself. Yeah, that's in my opinion. So I can just call that a spade right there. Charmaine Anthony is not a man of God. Error is saying. And then St. Michael says Amber is not in a relationship. She's in a curse entanglement. The cheetah suit Amber is wearing is symbolic. The cheetah is the fastest land animal. Amber is moving like a cheetah, too fast. All right, thank you for that. Yes, she's moving and she's in love, so leave her alone.
Amber
My
never tell
Amber
anybody that she's in
extremists
love.
get to us today.
Right,
Just
Sharon. She never said she's in
She's
love with
never
Dave.
said she's in love with Dave.
Never.
She has never ever said that. She said she loved the way Dave make her feel, and she loved what
so we
Dave
are talking about she
does for her.
loved.
Yeah,
She
she has
loved the
never
way.
said yes.
She
She
Love
loved the
loves the
way,
way he makes
and
us. I stand correct. She
yeah,
loved the
the
way he
way
makes her
he does
feel.
things
And
for
when she
her and
thinks
all
about
that.
all that loving, she have a
Yeah,
smile on her face. Come on
yeah,
now,
but I
guys.
don't think she is in love
No, she's not.
with, something. Let's think back on Anthony. And Amber was the only woman in all of Skitland that Anthony has been with that he ever told her that he is in love with her. He told Rolanda that he loves her.
Hmm.
He told Shayla that he loves her. He told Denisha that he loves her. Amber was the only person he told that he was in love with her. And those are different things.
Yeah.
I've never heard him telling anybody else that he is in love with them. And it's the same thing with Amber and Dave.
Yeah,
I don't remember hearing Dave telling Amber that I'm in love with you. I know he tell her all the time that
I
I
love
love
you.
you,
Hmm.
but not to say I am in love with you, which a lot of people said, same thing, you love the person. No, I you love the person. Yes, you're in love with your son, you're in love with you're in love with your husband, you love your son, you love your daughter, you love your sisters and all that, but then you are in love with you share a kindred spirit with your husband. You're in love with your
Hmm.
husband or your partner or your better half or whatever you want to call it. Because you and that person supposed to be one. When
Yeah.
you take on the role of a wife and a husband, it says you are now one. You're supposed to be sharing kindred spirit with them. So therefore, you're supposed to be in love with that person because you're in love with you're supposed to be in love with yourself. And if you're in love with yourself, you're in love with that
that's
person
where, yeah. But
because you are now one.
Sharon, may I ask Sharon a question? Since she's been
Sure.
watching skits way longer than I have. Um, has there ever been have you noticed that some of the things that Dave has said to Amber, hasn't Anthony said some of those things?
Same things.
Yeah, the same
It's
thing.
like a
Exactly.
repeat.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I know I'm not
It's a
going crazy
repeat. It's
because
a repeat.
I've
It's a
watched,
repeat.
even though
Yeah.
I didn't watch it from the beginning, a lot of
Yeah.
it, I made
Yeah.
it a
It's a
point to
repeat.
go back and watch old skits so to keep,
Yeah.
to catch up. And I'm like, wait a minute, some
It's
of
a
the stuff he
repeat.
said to her.
There's a lot of repeat of what Dave is doing. Because I remember in the earlier days and people always said Anthony don't love Amber. No. Anthony loved Amber because he showed it earlier when they were together. When Amber told Anthony that she wanted her name on the deed of his house, and he said no because it's in his company's name, which we learned later that that was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he do? And Amber said, well, if anything should happen to you, think about me and David, because then she had little David, they were adopting David. He went out and looked for a house for her. He was the one who went out and actually get this house at the beginning. And he was supposed to, the day when they were supposed to close was the day when Angelina blackmailed him for that
The day before. The
13,000
day
a month.
before.
Or the day before
Yeah, the day
Angelina
before. Yeah.
blackmailed him for that $13,000 a month. So he did not make, I don't know, did he pay Angelina? How
Yeah, he
much
did.
months did he? I know, but how many months did he pay Angelina? I don't know, but he did not have the cash then. And he told Amber that they can have to do it another time because somebody, but Amber was so upset. Amber went and did it herself.
Yeah.
And then he went and he took his name off the deed and leave Amber name on the deed. Only if you love somebody, you do all of that for them. And I know he did love her at some point, but the old Wayne thing and Shayla poisoning his mind because remember, Shayla used to talk to him every day about this Wayne thing. Every opportunity Shayla get, if Shayla see that there was a crack in the armor where Anthony might be showing sign of wanting to love on Amber or anything, when the house was bought, Shayla remind him, you're buying house for the woman who cheated on you with your business partner up until the day you were married. When he bought that watch for her, she reminded him. When
Mm-hmm.
he was planning on giving David his name, his Anthony Dalton, whatever, she reminded him.
Oh
She
yeah.
reminded Anthony every chance she get about Amber and Wayne until it was ingrained in his mind and
Mm-hmm.
in his being
She
and
manipulate
everything.
him every time.
Exactly. And that is why Anthony was treating Amber the way he was treating Amber because of how Shayla manipulated him and remind him daily. And after she reminded him, what did she do? She started to say, remember, you're Mr. Dalton. Remember, this is your family. Remember that we love you here. And that was what Shayla did all through the time before Amber even found out about them having an affair or whatever. So Shayla played a huge part
Mm-hmm.
in that mess. But Amber gave her the ammunition. You know,
Yeah,
Shayla had if Amber did not give her the ammunition, she could not pull the trigger
it's true.
because she would not have any ammunition in that gun. Sorry to use the word gun to pull for Shayla to pull. It would be empty. It would be empty. So when Anthony said to her, listen, I can't do this to my wife. I'm going to tell her, because I have this perfect marriage, I have this perfect wife. So you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm going to tell her and blah, blah. She could not do anything. Because she could not do anything. Or she would have to see him walk out of that house and that would be it. But she has the ammunition and she pulled the trigger.
And you're absolutely right. I get caught up on those things. Charmin and my sister caught me up on those skits, so I get to watch them. And yeah, that's exactly what she did. And when you watch those skit back, it evoke emotion, and that is why I started this because when I saw Shayla was carrying on with Amber's husband, and then she was smiling in Amber's face, and Amber there is confided in her. You know which one really get to me is the day when Anthony wasn't being physical with his wife anymore, and she's saying it to Shayla. Says, "I do not know what's going on. I have to go get some new lingerie." And Shayla came, and Amber is actually gonna spend for Shayla and herself, and she's looking at these nice bra undies and every nice sexy stuff. Amber picks up. Sheila says, "No, don't get that." And then she's gonna sure get some granny underwear. And Amber has to say, "Oh, okay," and she just give up and leave the store. But Shayla was able to buy her sexy lingerie to go model for Amber's husband. So that part really get my body's boil. And that says Shayla is Amber friend. To me, right now, Shayla is actually a good friend to Tamara than she was with Amber. She
Mm-hmm.
has Shayla back. I mean, she has Tamara back, but I don't see, and she will have Amber back in certain sense, but she was playing a part because you
Mm-hmm.
know what? A person cannot hurt you unless you give them the ammunition, as Charmaine
It's
says,
true.
and that is what Amber did with Shayla. Now, Shayla doesn't have that ammunition and Honeypot, but she's actually a good friend with Honeypot. She actually want Honeypot back with Wayne.
Yeah, she
That
does.
way she can still doing the same thing as what Amber, Delicia, all of them want from Wayne is fame. They want to get a come up with using his name. I'm calling a spade because, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion,
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
you're right.
As Wayne says, they are a nobody right now.
Mm-hmm.
And but he is using his name to back them, to build them, to let them all make money together because he sees the potential. Today, when I watched this skit with him and Tamara, he says, make sure you tell your story and make sure you tell them that I gave you that 30,000 because we need that on the podcast. So every single thing that happens in everybody's life, Wayne wants it on the podcast because what? Scandal what sells. And they don't realize what they sign. Remember, Amber asked Shayla a long time ago, are you ready for this? Do you understand the implication of what this is going to do? That's what she asked Shayla. But that same thing, that same question when she asked Shayla, I have to turn that back now onto Amber. Does she realize what she signed up for?
Right. Because who has the most to lose? It's not Shayla. It's Amber. Because Shayla, everybody knows Shayla's
Amber and Denise and
and
Delicia.
Delisha, because everyone knows that Shayla is a cutthroat. She doesn't care. Shayla is Shayla. I mean, she is starting to grow a little bit, but they know how she is. So they can say whatever they want to say about her, disclose whatever she did to Anthony, that she essayed him or whatever, all that stuff. But it won't bother her. It won't, it's like, okay, yeah, everybody know how I am. But where Amber, it's gonna get her because there's a lot of things in there that people don't know about her. And that's why she should just go ahead, and she probably won't, and just tell Dave her all the story. Don't be one-sided. Just tell the full story, so it'll lay it out and let him decide. But you know what? By the way she's done, she should have did that with Anthony before she married him. It's the same MO. She most likely, I would be very shocked if she did. It'll be the same thing. She's repeating the same mistakes. She didn't tell Anthony before she got married to allow him to say, "Yeah, I will go ahead," or "I don't want to marry you." She's doing the same. She's going to do the same thing with Dave, and I think it's going to be worse with him.
Okay, so I remember the day of the wedding, she was trying to tell Anthony that not to go through with the wedding, for them to wait and all of that. I remember Anthony
Right.
went there and kind of change her mind and tell her that whatever. So, but I'm not even going to dwell on that. In all of Skitland, in Amber's circle, the only person who does not know about Wayne and Amber is Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else know about Amber and Wayne. Even Darren knows because Anthony makes sure he told them.
Mm-hmm.
Ben knows. Ben wife knows. Darren wife knows. What's his name? Mike knows. Everybody knows. All of Amber family members. Ernestine, Trey, not Trey, Jay, all of them knows. So I don't see the only thing Amber might have to lose is Dave. And if it is meant to be, it will be. And my mom always tell me that. She said, whatever is meant to be will be. Don't worry about it. Pray about it. Because if it is not for you, it will never be for you if it was not ordained of God. And maybe this is the reason why Dave does not know about Wayne, because when he finds out, might be he will not want to stay with her. And maybe it was not ordained, it was not of God. So maybe
No, no,
this is going to be the reason why he's going to walk away. So sometime out of out of evil cometh forth good. And I've heard that since I was a small child. Out of evil cometh forth good. Because sometimes people plot on you, and out of that evil, you wonderful things happen for you.
yeah.
Because that was not of God. The evil that you're
Mhm.
plotting was not of God. God sees something else for you. So sometime out of evil cometh for good. And maybe that is what is going to happen with Dave and
So that
Amber.
will be Amber consequence.
That will be Amber consequence. She lose Dave. But maybe in
Mm.
the long run, it would be for the best.
I don't know the way these writers are going. I had the way they're going. I don't know. You think they're going one way, especially when they bring the word in, and then they just totally just go left field. So whatever happens, it's a skit. I do understand it's a skit, but I wish they would stop. And I make this said this before. I wish they would stop twisting the word of God. That's the only thing I take exception to. But that's me, and it is just a skit because that's scary to me. I just because it's a skit, but you can't, especially if you say that Jesus is popping and God. That's a little bit,
It's,
it's a little bit scary.
so that you know something, a lot of people is going to see that Shayla is a real snake. because a lot of Wayne does not know that Shayla was the one who actually told Anthony about him and Amber. I'm sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
Amber found out because she asked Anthony
Right.
when the old when he asked her about the lake house lady and everything. So Amber found out it was Shayla, and I don't think Amber ever told Wayne that Shayla was the one who actually told Anthony. The other thing is a lot of them does not even know. Amber just found out the other day that Anthony and Sheila was doing the do before he found out about Wayne. Remember when they were in that
Exactly.
house that day? So Amber just
Exactly.
found out herself. So a lot of people think Anthony pursued this girl and was having a relationship with Sheila because of what he found out about Amber and Wayne. Not knowing that Anthony was having a relationship with Shayla before he found out about Amber and Wayne. So this is going to be a shocking to a lot of people when they found out, and they're going to say, "You're kidding me." Anthony and Shayla was doing what they're doing before he actually found out. Even maybe even Wayne is going to be shocked that this was not the reason why Anthony went after Shayla, because he found out about me and Amber. He was actually with Shayla before he
Mm-hmm.
found out about me and Amber. A lot of people don't know that Amber just found out the other day. Amber just found that out the other day. Shayla don't know that Amber knows because they still keep saying it's you are the one who wrecked your marriage because of what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
But Amber knows the truth that it was not like that. Shayla and Anthony were having a relationship
Exactly.
before he
Yeah.
knows anything about Wayne. So a lot of people going to be shocked. The mother might be shocked when she also finds out, because Shayla let it look like it was because of what Wayne and Amber was doing why Anthony seek her out. And it was not like that.
Yeah,
So true.
that is true. That is true.
And I remember when O'Neill was doing his live, I was his moderator at the time, and I have to tell him, says, look here, Amber, Anthony didn't know. We had to bring the evidence to O'Neill to let him know, because a lot of people was praising Shayla all that time. And I had to remind them that, look here, Anthony did not know about the affair. He didn't know until after Shayla told him. And I even when I got my channel, I even put the evidence on it to show that's that he didn't know. Shayla is the one causing. And Shayla still not taking accountability. I wonder when they're gonna later take accountability for that, because she has not taken accountability. Even up till now, she has not taken accountability.
Well, do
So
you?
now
Hmm.
we're going back to Wayne
Mm-hmm.
and Delicia, and then Delicia, Shayla, Lauren, and we are also going to speak on Tamara. So, Wayne let Tamara knows today, Charmaine, that he loves her. And she said she loves him. And
Mm-hmm.
Charmaine, if I was Tamara, I would go and get my man, because guess what? You see how she's laughing? If the and oh the Lauren come out and saw them hugging up and laughing and having fun. They were too close for comfort. She forget that the shoe was on the other foot a few months ago. Tamara
Yeah.
was with Wayne. And what did she? She was plotting. And they're smiling and dancing with Tamara, man. She forget that. Did Tamara tell her boyfriend, say, oh, don't speak to Lauren or whatever? When Lauren tell Wayne, says, get out, let's get out of the car. When she come out of the car, you see Shami, for that time me like Wayne would have drive off left her. Where my wait at? So in my prep book, me like Tamara, I'll make sure every day I come to work, I bring him some vegan food. I'll make him vegan food to make him know, say, I know how to cook, and give it to him and let him enjoy it. And make him know, says, yeah, when we broke up the next day, I was planning on cooking, but we broke up. But then Shayla and got me a chef, and we learned to cook vegan. I think that will make a difference. and I'm giving them until Christmas to get back to.
Christmas. You're on mute, Sharon.
Yeah. So I would love for Lauren to get snake by Tamara, get her man back, baby girl. Just go and get your man back. I'm
I
all for that.
I actually thought he was gonna kick her to the curb when he stopped the car. So he stopped the car.
Exactly.
He
And
was
I
just
was
gonna get out the car,
disappointed.
go off on her, get back in the car, and just drive away.
I was disappointed, guys. I have to tell you guys. I thought he was gonna do that and drove off, left her make she find her way to lunch or whatever. The man needed food. How come not tell her saying they needed food that day when was the party? She never make him no food, but I come and tell him about him need to buy a $20,000 Birkin bag. She dare wear a red bottom shoe. Did she know how hard those men work for it and who them have to scam to get that? And she get that out of them. And she thinks because Wayne has the money, Wayne must buy it for her.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
please
why
go
he
work
not
for
doing
it.
that.
Go work for it, Lauren.
Yeah, but Sharon,
Mm.
it's not going to end. The thing is, Tamara, I with all the Lauren mess and all that, I would not want her Tamara to even get back with Wayne
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, Wayne played in her face. And that was being very disrespectful. The second thing is, if they end the storyline with Wayne walking away from Lauren just like that, then how is he going to find out about Dan and all the men
Oh,
that
not
Lauren
right now.
scammed?
I said until
I want
Christmas.
I want the African. You know who I want them to bring to Atlanta? That African man that Lauren took the money from as well when
Oh
they
yeah,
visited Africa.
yes,
Did you
yes.
remember him? When she tell that they were going to go shopping and she's talking about
Mhm.
her mom and whatever, and she got how much money did she get because she tell the guy the same story that she told Dan about her mom is sick and whatever and the
And they
nursing
lost their
home and
luggage.
all exactly and they lost the luggage so they need to get whatever. She got some money from that guy. I think she got about the same forty thousand
Yeah, it
dollars
was
that she got from
40,000, Sharon.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
was forty
she got
thousand.
that 40,000 because that was her
That's her magic number.
that was the story that she was sticking to. That she would not get off of point. She tell this man about her mom being sick and or the nursing home and a whole heap of gibberish. And the man end up giving her the money. So where is that African man? I need that African man to come to Atlanta to
You
come look
never
for
know. You know
Lauren.
what, Charmaine?
I
They're gonna be on the podcast. Oh yes, so it's not only two-person guys
it's
gonna
not
get
only
out.
Dan, it's
Every
not only
single
Dan
one of
she
them are gonna get
scam.
out on that.
It's
And
not
people
only
can
Dan
call
Um,
she
in,
scam.
right?
yes, because
Yeah.
it's remember the Delicia says when it's just a tadpole in the ocean, right? But
Mm-hmm.
the ocean is a huge thing right around us, and the land is in the center. So yes, it's a tadpole in the ocean. So the tadpole, that ocean, is all over the world. And
Right,
guess what? All
right.
of those man that's Lauren scam is going to see her on the TV,
They could call
on
in.
the
Exactly.
internet, on the cell
Exactly.
phone.
That's what I'm
It's
telling
gonna be
you.
all
So then,
over
so
Charmin. This is going to
you
blow
might
up in
have
Lauren's face.
Atlanta, you might have Atlanta raining men. You might have Atlanta raining men for Lauren because they're going to say, oh, but that's the girl, that whatever.
A road like
And
said,
yeah, so
hide
so
up.
that might be her karma because I mean that
That'd be
might be
funny.
her no that's I'm not going to use the word karma. That might be what she sow, whatever
She gonna reap.
so she reaps. Because
Definitely.
she was scamming men all over the world. That girl was
Exactly.
scamming men all over the world. So whatever she sows, she will reap. When it start to rain men in Atlanta, because all those men, remember Mr. Biggs? You
Yes.
remember that
Yes,
married man that
Mm-hmm.
yes.
she did not
On the
know that he
spot.
was married. To be honest, she did not know that he
Mm-hmm.
was married. Because when she met his wife, that was when she knew that he was married. But he was the one who got her the house. He was the one who was paying all those bills and everything
That's
for
right.
her. So trust me, she's going to have her reckoning coming. She is going to have her reckoning. And
Yep.
that is and that maybe that's when Wayne is going to say, "Oh my God, but I did not know you were that type of person." So she'll get her reckoning.
Well, I'm
So
waiting for
Whatever.
Dan to bust in the room or something and go on the podcast and talk about her. But you know, in their contract, if they do anything that damages or potentially damages the brand or whatever that's written in there, then they're gone. So that would probably be a way she's off that podcast too.
and then
Yeah.
Denisha will step in.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I see Lauren is going to she's going to reap what she sow because she has saw a lot of deceit, a lot of dishonesty, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
scamming. And she's going to reap that. And when she does, she's maybe I don't know if she's going to leave because I don't know if even Wayne, because there's going to be so much drama that Wayne might want the care. Wayne is agent of chaos.
Yeah, he's
Wayne
yes.
is the agent of chaos. So with all of that, I think he might want her to stay to bring more drama to the podcast.
Yeah, he's gonna love it.
This is gonna be delicious. My God, Wayne is diabolical. You know
He is.
something? I wouldn't be surprised if Wayne doesn't know about Lauren past because right now his name is on the line. And boy oh boy, and if Delicia have any skeleton in her closet, okay, you remember yesterday, guys? I said it on my live earlier today. Charmaine, did you hear what he said? Wayne said to Delicia yesterday when Shayla was sitting beside Iman, and she comes up and she did not claim Iman.
Mm-hmm.
And she go and stand up beside there, a questioner go and like say, oh, what's going on here? Whatever she's doing. And,
Yeah.
and Shayla is saying it's business. Wayne
Mm-hmm.
look at her, right? And he look at Shayla and Iman and he says, you see, Delicia, you're no better or different than anybody else. And I will
Mm-hmm.
always remember that. And that
Mm-hmm.
was a lovely nugget. And did you hear
Because
that,
she's just
Charmaine?
like Shayla. Yeah, she's just like Shayla, and that's
She
exactly what he was
is.
saying. Say,
Exactly.
see, you still have secrets. Everybody have their own secrets. You have your secrets. So
I
you are
hear
no
what
better
he
than
says.
Shayla.
Why he put them in on the podcast? Because he want all that secret to be out on the podcast.
Oh, and they will be out on the podcast a lot. Some
But
more
More
than
than anyone.
some. They
Oh
are.
my
I don't know
goodness.
what Honeypot secret will be because apart from her and Zeus, I don't know if Zeus seen her. Zeus will come calling
I thought
because
Zeus was
remember,
dead. He's still
no,
alive.
Zeus is still alive. Remember, Zeus came back. Remember, what's his name? Father had hired Zeus.
Oh.
Damien father.
Oh,
D
okay.
from the West Side father had hired Zeus to get his two
That
million
was
dollar
Zeus?
back. Yes, that was Zeus. And
And
everybody
that's
thought he was dead. He came back. But now that
okay.
Wow.
Damien
Okay.
that is unalive, they're unalive. Damien that in prison. So I don't know what Zeus is actually doing because yeah, Zeus came back.
Mm,
Zeus came
That
back.
in Sherman, that's why some people say that baby Kai is Zeus's son.
mm.
I
I've heard
don't
that.
know. I
That is weird. That's why it's like, what? Yeah.
Well, we will see when this podcast go live. We will see a lot of people is going to recognize a lot of people, and a lot of people is going to be coming out of the woodwork with a lot of secrets.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, oh, you think you're saying the only person that doesn't know about Amber Pass is Dave. Dave's sister doesn't know about his past.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean in the Atlanta circle.
and his mom doesn't know. So that is gonna be embarrassed for them because remember they're pastors, right? So can you believe now your son girlfriend and she's a married woman and then she have this past that she was sleep. Oh, Charmaine, take over the call here.
Yeah, so she was saying that and I understand where she's coming from. The fact that yes, but just the fact that Dave is shocking up with this married woman, and nothing else is more shocking than that. So even if secret comes out that she was unfaithful to her her fiance, the only thing they might say, maybe she will do the same thing to Dave if she get divorced and
Hmm.
they're engaged. Maybe she will go back with her husband, or she will, I mean, cheat on Dave with somebody up until the day they're married.
Right.
So it's not exactly.
Or
So
they may say,
it's
well, it figures she's a married woman. The way she acted in the past, and it figures why she's acting like this now.
exactly, because they're saying this is why
Yeah.
it was so easy for her to leave her husband and be with Dave, because
Hmm.
she did something similar when her husband was, not that she had left him, but she
Yeah.
was cheating on her husband, her fiance, until the day of her wedding. So
Hmm.
she, it might, to them it might look like it's a pattern. It's a pattern
Right.
of things that she was doing, because people look at patterns more than they look at whatever they're
And,
doing.
and
So they might look at it as a pattern.
she has a pattern. She has a pattern of she needs healing, and she has a pattern of being with men who kind of like she needs affirmation. She needs to know that she's beautiful, that she's worth something, and she's getting that from, she thinks she has to get that from a man. And that's why she's in these, when she married Anthony, I mean she Wayne, Anthony, and all of that, and and the two men in
Yeah, it's
between, and now Dave. It's like she needs affirmation, and she doesn't realize she doesn't need that.
it
And
started
so,
with
yeah, so
Wayne.
it's a pattern.
Remember, it started with Wayne because
Right.
of Mike, because of the
Right.
old Mike and Yolanda
Exactly.
situation. So
Mm-hmm.
it started with Wayne. It started with Wayne when Wayne would tell her whatever, although Wayne was not claiming her publicly, but he was still breathing into her. He was still pouring into her and telling her how beautiful she was and whatever. And then after Wayne, when Wayne did what he did with Sarah and all of that, there
Mm-hmm.
came Anthony, and Anthony was pouring into her as well.
Right.
Anthony was telling her how beautiful she was. Anthony was telling her all the right things until he stopped. And then there comes Dave. And
Mm-hmm.
Dave studied because Dave was able to know what Amber was missing.
So she told him
Because
everything.
Amber gave Dave the playbook, just like she gave Shayla the playbook with
Right.
she and Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
She gave Shayla the playbook with she and Anthony. She gave Dave the playbook with she and Anthony. So two times in Amber's entire marriage and whatever, she's always giving somebody else the playbook. So Dave was able to charm her, to pour into her, to do the things that Anthony was not doing
And
in order to get her. That's all Dave did.
and that's what I
That's
don't
all Dave did.
understand, Shaman. Why so many people, and you have your own people have their own opinions about stuff. I just don't understand why they think that Dave is this huge this hero and that he's her savior, when basically he just used a vulnerable woman. She was vulnerable. He got all her information because she gave it to him. He used it to his advantage, but now he's the hero. He's her savior. He old Dave. That's what I don't understand. I don't get it. It's like, are you not watching the same thing everybody else is watching? How basically
No,
he
we're not
used
watching the same
he
thing.
manipulated her. He used manipulation. He used the word of God, just like his real estate girlfriend said. Here you go with the word again. He's doing the same thing. So
Exactly.
what is it? I don't get why these people are so into Dave.
Is Dave behaving like Anthony? Is he start turning into Anthony? That's what I should ask you guys.
Well, at the beginning, Anthony was doing the same thing because he was pouring into Amber. He was telling her how
Yeah,
beautiful
me
she
know.
was. He was
Right, but
whatever.
she
But he's
wasn't
snapping
So,
married.
off now too.
She
so I
wasn't
don't know
married.
if at the end of the day he's going to become an Anthony, because as Suzette said, the girlfriend who is the realtor, she said to him, "Here you go with your God thing again." So that is also a pattern of Dave, to always talking up. And then we can understand because he was brought up in a church. His mom and dad
Mm-hmm.
are Christians, they're pastors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way he was brought up. So he was brought up with the word. So he knows the word. But you know who also knows the word? Satan.
Right.
Yeah. Oh
Satan knows the
yes.
word because Satan was
Oh yeah,
God's
they
right
do.
hand man until he was thrown out of heaven. So he knows
Mm.
the word as well. And when he will make it, and this is the thing. He's going to make it so beautiful because people are looking at Dave and says, "Oh, Dave is a man of God."
Mm-hmm.
Lucifer was a man of God too. He was in heaven until he was thrown out, and he can speak the word. And
Yeah.
remember when he took Jesus to that top, the hilltop,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Look at all those beautiful things. I will give all those things to you." It's the same thing Dave is doing. Dave is showing Amber all these beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
All these beautiful things. He's going to give her a beautiful house. He promised, he said, I would buy you a car. And she said no. And he said, I'm still going to keep the money. He's showing her all this beautiful life that Amber is craving. Just like when Satan shows you stuff, he shows you everything that is good. He's not showing you everything. He doesn't show you everything, although he's evil. He does not show you anything that is evil. You realize that. He shows you everything that is good and everything you think is good for you. And that is what Dave is doing with Amber. And guys, it's my opinion. So I don't want anybody to come for me. This is my opinion. That is what Lucifer is all about. He
Yeah.
will show you all the things that are good.
Yeah.
Remember when the serpent was showing Eve the apple? He picked the best apple and give it to Eve. And the apple was, or whatever the fruit was, because they did not say it was an apple. They said the fruit. The best fruit that he gave to Eve. And it was tempting to Adam because of the way it was delicious. And Eve bite into it and tell Adam it's delicious. You need to taste it. That is what Lucifer does. He's not going to show you anything that's evil. He's not going to reveal anything that's evil to you. He's going to reveal everything that's good. And you think this is all good for you until you realize that it was all a dream. He was selling you a dream. It was fantasy. And sometimes it comes too late. But that is what Dave is doing right now. And I'm not calling Dave Lucifer, please. Nobody
No,
comes
no,
for me
he's
and tell me that
right.
I'm calling Dave Lucifer. I am not. I'm just showing you a picture that sometimes it appears that some people come into your life and show you all the good. They spread the table before you with everything that is good. And you, in turn, think is a table that is spread before you by God. Because everything on this table is so beautiful until too late you realize that this was not of God, it was of somebody else.
Well, I have one question for Sharon, if I may, Sharon. This is a request. I know you have an inside, source with KW skits and everything.
Mhm.
I
I
wish.
need you to go to Danielle and ask her, where's that doggone envelope? When are you going to give it to Dave? We
I
want
know,
to know
right?
what's in that envelope.
I'm dying because that was a thick envelope too.
Right? We want
It
to know
was.
what
I
was in
wonder
that
if
envelope.
it's the children that they have over the years. KW, we would like to know when they're gonna give Dave that envelope. Daniel is going to. You know
Close
what?
that
That is
chapter.
so
We want to know
delicious.
what
I
it
love that.
is.
That
What
was a
is
good one. I love that. Oh my good. At least we get to that was a good one, Suzette. Round of applause.
Yep.
The chat. I'm
So,
reading all your guys' comments because the discussion is so delicious. I don't get
Yeah.
to read, read it out loud. But you guys have wonderful comments there. And Sabrina says
Mhm.
here, Mr. Big Wife is after her too.
Yes,
Chime
she
in.
is.
Sabrina says Mr. Big Wife is after Lauren also. Oh my goodness. I guess they will fly to Atlanta to be on the Country Wayne podcast to out Lauren, I guess. And the African guys, them that they talk about the luggage was that even Delicia is gonna get caught up in that mess.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. Amber still doesn't know of Dave's
Okay.
past. Yeah, we know that. But every time we, the audience, are privileged to privy to what is pastor. Anytime they don't show him, and then when they show him again, they have another girl pop up for him. So every time he's missing his action, and when they do show him, it's an ex that he's speaking to, right? So it is what it is. But Amber Pass is more detrimental
Hmm.
to the situation. If she
Yeah,
doesn't go on the podcast, I would say don't tell him anything. But she's going to be,
he's going on it.
we're going to spill that thing exactly
Hmm.
how Wayne said it. Amber was swinging on the Jesus, what do you call it? Jesus popping
It's
chain.
Papa Shane.
And Shayla says, Jesus popping chain. She was swinging on. I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
Popcorn, anyone? Popcorn, anyone? All I know, I want to know what kind of swinging she was swinging. But can you believe this? Amber has two business inside her body that day. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And then she even got kiss her husband when the pastor says, and you may kiss your husband. Or the wife and husband just kiss, when they finish, they exchange the ring and you kiss each other. Anthony was actually kissing Wayne. As
Well,
everybody
Sharon,
about that.
Sharon, stop the foolishness, because you want to tell me that Amber did not get up the morning and bathe and brush her teeth
she bathed Sharon.
before she goes
She
to
probably,
her wedding.
yeah,
That's the
she
only
bathed. She
reason she
probably
did not bathe.
good
Of
day.
course
Guys
she
She
are
bathed and
making
she
fun of the
went.
situation. Come
cleaned
on now.
herself
Where
out. She
is the
cleaned
fun?
herself out.
We can't be so boring. We have to find enjoyment in
She
this thing.
cleaned herself out. She was good. She
Of
was
course
good.
she cleaned herself up. But
Oh, but what
Anthony, you
about
know
the inside?
something?
So she wash up, in she douche up there, so too? Or she just
Yeah,
leave
she was
that?
in the tub. No,
I I
she
w-
took a
I
bath.
w- I watch a skit with Wayne and Anthony, a long time skit with Wayne and Anthony today,
Mm-hmm.
when Anthony came to tell Wayne that the baby was not his,
Mm-hmm.
that Chantal baby was not his.
Mm-hmm.
And Wayne was having a field day because Wayne was saying, and you really believe that that was your baby? And he was talking, and then he asked him about
Exactly, EB.
Rolanda. And he
Mm.
said to him, Rolanda is not, we are not talking. Rolanda and I are not talking right now, but we are still. And Wayne said, really? But we still need to be doing the business,
Mm-hmm.
because the business is what we are doing. So I want you guys to remember that it was because of Chantal why Ro and Anthony broke up, because Anthony told Wayne that, yes, and I really, really wanted to be a father, because he wanted to be a father so much that he put a trust of $1 million in Chantal baby name. Who does that? You don't even know if this you, first of all, you meet this girl in Magic City. You don't know how or when or where this girl who got pregnant. And before you even request a DNA, you are putting a trust of $1 million in this child's name. She was beneficiary of $1 million. I think it was a beneficiary thing, whatever he did, of $1 million. And Wayne was saying, boy, you, and he said, yes, I really wanted to be a dad. I
Mm.
really, really wanted to be a father. So Anthony has always wanted to be a father. So I hear people in the comments saying, even if he finds out that Kai is not his, he's going to want to be in his life. He's going to want to be his dad. So who
Mm.
knows? Maybe he's the one who messed up the DNA and claim Kai, because yeah.
Somebody says that he did it, and he knows that guy is not his.
That's what I heard too.
That's
So
what I
that's
hear
why I was
someone
saying,
says before.
it could be. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't get to see how much poll that is, but we've been doing some poll in the chat. It's like semi chat freezes. I don't get to see it anymore. All right, so I'm polling this. Was Amber wrong for inviting Charity to Dave's surprise dinner party? So we're gonna
A
poll
dinner
that. See how
party.
you guys.
Guys, stop saying it's a party.
It's a
It's
dinner.
not a party,
Oh,
it's a
so to the dinner, to the
dinner.
dinner.
It's a
That's what
dinner.
I polled, to a dinner.
She's taking him to a restaurant for them to have dinner. So
Yes,
there's
that's
no
what it is.
cooking on Amber part, there's no catering or anything.
That's
It's
a
just
good
a
thing.
dinner.
At least
It's
it
just
won't
a
be
dinner.
salty.
It's just a dinner that they'll be going to. Well, I don't know, the day before she might cook, because they'll be spending the day together. So she's taking him to dinner, and she just wants his family, or she just want his family to be part of this, whatever the dinner is, a celebration or
Mhm.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a dinner, it's not a party.
Okay. It's a dinner. I stand correct there. You know how anal Charmaine is. I can't even say something one thing off. She wants me to say it the right way.
Well, we'll probably
Yes.
get some music with when she and Dave are together. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Like Terry today, that was funny. Did you all
Oh
see?
God,
Oh,
no.
that was
I laugh,
funny.
I
Oh
laugh,
my
I
God,
laugh,
that
I laugh.
AI
I'm
song
like,
was funny.
Terry was like, what was he? One of the time I see him looking over that, like, was he planning on jumping? And I'm like, in my mind, jump, Terry, jump. Jump, Terry, jump. Because
He
you're a
is
waste
such
of
a
space.
goofball. He
He's
is
a
You
such
are
a
waste
so
of
horrible,
goofball.
space.
Charmaine. Why don't want Terry to jump?
Oh, please, he's a waste of space. I was like, I was
Oh
not saying out,
God.
no, I wasn't saying out loud. I was just saying it in my mind. Because,
Charmaine,
sometimes you
that's
say things that,
mean.
But that
you
was a
say
good
things
song though,
low.
Shaman. That
Sometimes
was a good song.
you say things out loud, you
Mm-hmm.
put it out there in the atmosphere. And I did not want to put it out there in the atmosphere. So I was just saying it in my mind. I was just saying, jump, Terry, jump.
He is too funny.
That was so funny.
But you know what? We have another crazy woman, Uli, Charles' girlfriend.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
Oh
Lord,
crazy.
please.
God. She's crazy
Please.
and dangerous. She's worse than
Listen,
Libby, Genesis, and
every time I see her, she walks a sideway. What kind of walk is that? Eh, oh
That,
my God,
that
that
woman
lady
is
have a sideway.
crazy.
That
That
lady have a
woman
sideway
is
walk.
crazy, Charmaine.
Listen, that lady have a sideway walk. Every time you see her, she walks. She's walking sideway, and I'm like, yes, Uli, yes, Uli. Uli.
Uli
Sideway.
is
she's gonna
something
get
else,
it.
I tell you. She is crazy. That woman need to
Hmm,
put in the mental institution.
hmm.
My
Oh my
goodness.
God. I'm sorry for Natasha because Charles go tell her that yes, I miss Natasha. I do miss
Yeah,
Natasha.
he should
And
have
he
said
said,
that. That
okay, he
really,
should not have said
oh,
that.
he should have said that. But
I know
you,
So
the woman want Natasha to be this bar.
yes.
yeah.
For
Well, I'm
something
gonna.
Natasha did not do. Natasha did none of the things that they accuse her. Uli was the one
Yeah,
who took off the tires. Uli was the one who took off the tires or get somebody to take off the tires because she
I
know
don't
where
know
the
who
car
took.
was.
Oh, it was
Why
who?
would
I
not?
think it was her. I think it
Unless
was her.
Natasha was trailing or have a tracking device or something, oh, Natasha would know where Charles' car was. And
I know,
Charles
eh?
is so stupid that he did not even say, how would Natasha know where my car was? Who only know where the car was? Who only know where the car was? But she
Right.
is the one who throw
She
the
did
stone
it.
and hide her hands.
Yeah,
She's that person. She throw the stone and then hide her hands because she's trying to cause a rift between Charles and Natasha.
yeah,
But hey, Charles, you reap what you sow because you went and
definitely. Let me
you
tell
Well,
you,
did
that's
all
how
that
it
crazy
go.
things.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up the actor who played Charles because someone said that Uli is his wife in real life.
Really?
I hope
That's what
she does
someone.
not
I
walk.
want to look that up. I don't know. I'm going to look that up.
I hope she doesn't
Okay, I
walk
look that up
sideways in
too.
real life. I hope she doesn't walk sideways in real life though.
Okay, so we polled before. Do you believe Amber has a lot to lose being on the podcast? 76% of you
Yeah.
guys voted yes. So kudos to you guys for voting, and we all come in agreement to share the podcast. Let me read some comments because
Mhm.
we haven't done.
There's some good comments in
In
here.
my opinion, you're supposed to give the next person you're dealing with the playbook and how to treat you. If you don't, they will just play you. I
No,
don't
but
get
it's that
that.
it's you're not supposed. The thing is, okay, so for me, if I have to tell you how to treat me, that means whatever you're doing for me is not coming from your heart.
Yeah,
It is
exactly. So
coming from
yeah. So
because I
EP is
told
right.
you. It's because I
EP
told
is
you
right.
how. Yes, it's because I told you how I want to be treated.
Yeah,
So if I have to tell you how I want to be treated, It makes no sense because at the end of the day, I'm not going to know if you would be treating me that way if I did not tell you,
Exactly.
if it was a genuine thing that you're doing, because all the things that you're doing is what I told you to do.
Yeah. So
But
that
this is kind of
means,
different. This is a
Charmin.
little, yeah.
So that means Dave is treating her how Anthony's not treating her. So that is
Because
he is.
yes,
Oh, EP, you hit the nail right on the head there, EP. That makes sense. Thank you, darling.
yeah, but no. What I'm saying is that Dave is treating her because Amber told Dave what Anthony's not doing.
Exactly, we know
Remember,
that.
they have all those this discussion. So whatever Dave is doing is what Anthony was never doing.
Exactly.
So, but she was the one who told Dave all of this when they
Exactly. So
went
see,
on
yeah.
dinner, and she said,
All right.
so she give the playbook. But I'm
Yep.
saying I'm not supposed to give somebody the playbook to treat
Mm-mm.
me good. Because if I do that, I don't know if it's coming from a genuine place or it's because
Exactly.
if I have to tell my husband, okay, you need to give me flowers every week, and he start giving me flowers every week, I'm going to tell myself, if I didn't tell him that I need to get flowers every week, would he be giving me flowers? No, that is something he needs to figure out. That he needs to buy me flowers every week on his own. I'm not supposed to have to tell him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, me know.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for that. So Tina says, did you all notice when Lauren walked up on Wayne and Tamara and they were telling her about honest and the seafood? He went to say you got to meet her, but he reframed it and you got to know her. Okay, so all I know, Tina, is that as you're saying, Lauren hasn't met any of his kids. Lauren is just a booty call. I wonder if I can say that. They're just in a situationship there. And Michelle says here, Anthony and Amber relationship are like Will and Jada's with entanglement. Woo! Michelle, mind the extremist sketch you. Mind the please hit the like button. Please hit the like button, everyone. That's what Angela is saying. And Michael here says Lucifer was the angel of light. When he was expelled from heaven, he became the devil, Satan. Yes, darling. So Tina S says we have 32 likes and 48. Please hit the like button. Thank you, everyone who already hit the like button and who is about to hit the like button. We also appreciate you. Thank you very much. And let's see how you guys poll this poll that I put in. So we get, was Amber wrong for inviting her to today's surprise dinner, you guys? 56% of you guys says no. Well done, guys. Well done. She did the right thing, but you know, petty. Oh, sorry. Well done, guys, for that vote. You guys did awesome. So, Angela is saying we need popcorn. Yes, Sharon. Agree, Sharon Ronda says she could touch as well. Blessing everyone. Yolanda, please hit the like button as you're welcome into the chat. Thank you. Sabrina says, but no. She already know how his family feels about her. He should have just kept between them till the divorce is final. And that's what he told his sister. He thought his sister would have done that. But you know what? Why that happened? Because Amber snaked Melissa and Melissa got fired. Melissa told the sister because the sister and Melissa is friends. And this is why the sister doesn't like Amber. Terry is made man. He needs to be committed. Oh, yes, he definitely does. He is drunk and he's blaming Natasha for everything, all the mistake he makes. Yuli walk. Yeah, she walk really straight, you know. And I'm here trying to walk too like that. And I can't, you know. There's a lot of people on the skit who are crazy. I know that he. They drink the Kool-Aid over there. Too. Yes, they're drinking the crazy Kool-Aid there. Candy says, Amber wants to ally so bad she does not see that this girl is setting her up for a downfall. I believe the daughter knows Amber is married woman. Ooh, thank you, dear Candy. I have to ask Charmaine something because Auntie Riri, I call her Auntie Riri because that's how I like to call her, Riri. So Riri thinks Shayla knows about Iman and Delicia. What do you say, Charmaine?
And I keep saying no, she doesn't.
Me
And
too.
until I'm proven otherwise, that's my opinion.
Mine too.
Shayla is not the kind of person that will know something like that and sit on it. Because she'll tell her mom, yeah, she doesn't know. She does not know. Anyway, Sharon, you know something? I'm going to
Yeah,
jump
mega
off
come
right
on
now.
shortly.
So
Thank you.
So, guys, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And it's, as always, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys and to speak my opinion. Thank you, Sharon, for giving me this platform so I can express my opinions.
Yeah.
Which is
So,
wonderful.
take care.
Thank you, darling. And you heard
Okay,
Feel
my dear.
hon.
better, Shaman. Feel better.
Thank you,
Thank
Sherman.
you.
I'll call you soon.
Okay,
Feel better. So,
no
Susan,
problem.
what's your
All
take?
right.
Do you believe Shayla knows?
Yes.
Okay.
You know why I say that?
We're right.
I'm with with Auntie Riri. I think she knows because, and I believe that when she was missing for a week, remember she was missing. I think that's
Yeah.
when she had her crash out, and she has been kind of distant from Delicia since she came back from that whatever after that week. I think she's playing. She knows, and she's. I think she's more. Um, she's smart in revealing her feelings. I really think she's playing this cool. I think she knows.
In
I
my opinion, I don't think she knows. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize to you and
no,
Riri
either
and the
way.
oh,
I mean, it's up to the writers,
but,
right, Sharon?
but
Either way,
I
go either
think
way.
me and Charmin is because of how they play the character.
I
Shayla can't hold water. Shayla can't hold water. But anyway, we will see. All right, guys. Please like, please share. Thank you, Charmaine, for being on. Thank you, Suzette, for being on. Did we have anybody else on here? Or it's just the three
I
of
don't think I
us?
think it was the three of us.
All right, then.
Well,
Thank you,
thank
chat
you for
family.
having me on and listening.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys, for being here
All
with us
righty.
also. Please
Okay.
like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Good night,
All
everyone.
right.
I'll come back on to discuss Brooke because Brooke Mother
Oh,
is
it's some good stuff with
laying
Brooke.
down the law for her. So I'll cover that after I
All
have my
right.
supper. All right. Bye
Okay.
for now,
Bye
guys.
bye.